I've never told anyone this story before, but I feel like it's time to share it. I've been haunted by what I saw that night for over 20 years, and I think it's time to finally put it to rest. It was the summer of 2000, and I was 16 years old. Summer holidays were here and my three best friends, John, Mary, and Peter, and I decided to go camping in the Colorado Rockies. We all needed a well-deserved break after an excruciating semester with a teacher that won't be named. We were all excited for the trip, couldn't wait to get away from the city and enjoy the peace and quiet of the wilderness. We drove for what seemed like hours until we finally reached our destination. In the warm glow of the setting sun, we set up our tents and started a campfire. We cooked dinner and ate our individual can of sausage and beans before proceeding to sit around the campfire and telling spooky stories. As the night wore on, we started to get tired and called it a night. It was around 2 a.m. when we decided to go to bed, and we all went to our respective tents to get some rest. I was lying in my tent, trying to fall asleep, when I heard a noise outside. I sat up and listened. The noise came again. It sounded like someone was walking around just outside my tent. I got out of my tent and looked around. The full moon lit up the forest in its eerie white glow. I couldn't see anything, but I could still hear a faint rustling noise. It was coming from deeper into the woods. I'm not someone that frightens easily, but I have to admit that I was starting to get scared. I didn't know what to do. I thought about waking up my friends, but I didn't want to scare them if it was just my mind playing tricks on me. I decided to go investigate on my own. I quietly walked towards the woods, and I peered into the darkness. I couldn't see anything at first, but as my eyes started to adjust to the pitch-black darkness, I thought I saw a figure. It was a tall, thin figure, and it was wearing a long white dress. The human-like figure was standing in the middle of the woods, and it was staring straight back at me. I rubbed my eyes to take a second look, and it was at this moment the figure started to move towards me. I let out a spine-curdling scream and ran as fast as I could back to my tent. Curling up in my sleeping bag, I clenched my eyes tightly and waited for dawn to wake me up from this nightmare. I don't know how I managed to fall asleep, but I woke up the next morning and shared my haunting encounter with my friends. Somehow I could tell from their uncomfortable reaction that I wasn't the only one seeing or hearing things. We all agreed to pack up our things and drove away as fast as we could. We never went back to that place, and we never spoke of what we saw that night. I don't know what it was that I saw that night, but I believe it was something evil. I've never felt so scared in my life, and I hope I never have to feel that way again. If you're ever camping in the Colorado Rockies, be careful. There are things out there that you just don't understand.